Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the procession of the class of 2021, led by Mr. Mayor, proud principal, and administration and faculty members of Concord High School. At this time, Jada Tate, Student Council Representative, please come to the podium.
Right there, yep. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2021. We would like to begin. Would everyone please be seated? Thank you. Good afternoon, platform guests, members of the faculty, parents, families, friends, and classmates. My name is Jada Tate. On behalf of Concord High School's Senior Board and Concord High School's class of 2021, I would like to welcome you to the 52nd commencement exercise of Concord High School. A professional photographer will take an individual picture of each graduate as they walk across the stage. We ask that our guests stay in the stands during the entire graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Concord's commencement ceremony is a prestigious event. Please know that noisemakers, air horns, and similar devices are prohibited. At this time, we ask that everyone kindly and respectfully turn off cell phones. Please allow every student to receive the attention and respect they deserve. Thank you for your cooperation. Will the audience please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by Mount Pleasant High School and JOTC Color Guard in the playing of our national anthem.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Mark Mayer, Principal, and it is my pleasure to introduce the platform guests who are joining us this evening. Please hold your applause until all of our guests have been introduced. Members of the Brandywine School District Board of Education, Mr. Lincoln Holer, Superintendent, Mr. John Scrobot III, President, Mrs. Kristen Pigeon, Vice President, Mr. Ralph Ackerman, Mrs. Karen Gordon, Mr. Jason Heller, Reverend Shanika Perry, Dr. Debbie Zarek, along with Mrs. Cora Scott, Assistant Superintendent, and Dr. Lisa Lawson, Assistant Superintendent. Members of our Concord High School administrative team, Miss Diane Gray, Miss Jeff Langrier, Mr. Princilis, and Mr. Wallace Waite. And our outstanding faculty who have been extremely supportive of me and have worked so hard for your students. Faculty, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Superintendent Lincoln Holer for some opening remarks.
Good afternoon. I am Lincoln Holer, Superintendent of the Brandywine School District. We asked for a wonderful day, and we got it. So wonderful, in fact, that I'm going to cut my speech just a little short today. You can thank me. Thank you. On behalf of the district administration and the school board, I'd like to welcome you to the 52nd commencement ceremony for Concord High School. I am so pleased that you're here today to participate in this formal ceremony, to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2021. And after this past year, what a celebration it is. To the parents, families in the audience, thank you. Thank you for entrusting us with your child's education. Whether they've been in our district since preschool or recently just joined us, we are honored to have partnered with you in the academic, social, and emotional development of the fine graduates you see before us today. Class of 2021, you're courageous. You've made it. And right now, you can all take a deep breath and relax and say, we've done it. Just don't exhale that deep breath too far around you. I'm not sure if it meets the guidance requirements or not. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Again, good afternoon, parents, guardians, and most importantly, my graduates. Today, we celebrate an incredibly special occasion. High school graduation is always a huge accomplishment. We honor our Concord Strong class of 2021. Vernon Jordan, an American business executive, said, "You are where you are today because you stand on somebody's shoulders. And wherever you are heading, you cannot get there by yourself. If you stand on the shoulders of others, you have a reciprocal responsibility to live your life so that others may stand on your shoulders. It's the quid pro quo of life. We exist temporarily through what we take, but we live forever through what we give." This year certainly has been different with Zoom classes, hybrid learning, mask requirements, calendar changes, tons of new technology platforms, desks in the cafeteria, 6 feet distancing to 3 feet distancing are just a few notables. With each and every change and new approach, the class of 2021 overcame, adapted, and persevered. They were the very definition of the Concord way. I could stand up here and talk for hours about how amazed I am, but it all comes down to this. I stand here today and genuinely feel justified in the title I use so often. This afternoon, I am Mark Mayer, the proud principal of Concord High School, class of 2021. I wish for your success, adventure, and laughter in all your future endeavors. And again, congratulations, class of 2021. At this time, I'd like to introduce Sabina Joswick, Senior Class Speaker.
Well, hi everyone. Okay. I have been told that I am very opinionated, and I have opinions about that. Teachers, parents, friends, and family have all been an audience to my intense, unwavering, and absolutely legitimate viewpoints. I'll stand my ground, die on the hill, and outshout anyone. You can't be wrong if it's your own opinion, right? Well, that's what we've been told, and I used to view my opinion as my greatest strength until this year, when my opinion about opinions really changed. We have all spent passing months in a hyper-alert, ready position. Even though we spent most of the year at home, we had our computers, our phones, our social media, and there was no escaping the news, the controversies, the Instagram DMs, the intensity of so many arguments, all at once. We feel compelled to hold our ground, defend the argument, come prepared with the shutdown comeback because the people around us are either allies or enemies, never neutral. It's like one day we woke up into this toxic culture where having a steadfast opinion is worn like a badge, but considering anything beyond our own echo is viewed as a betrayal to our own tribe. All of it creates a heavy burden of stress, hopelessness, fear. And I don't think I'm alone in saying that, frankly, it's exhausting. Luckily, at Concord, many of us have had great teachers who we can talk to about this year of opinions. For me, and probably a lot of others, it's Miss Jones. In one of my conversations with Miss Jones, she stopped me and asked, "Do you want to shift blame or solve problems?" That day, I proposed a plan on bridging a gap to end this toxic culture. I researched, I collected book recommendations, I dug into documentaries, and don't get me wrong, that knowledge is so much more insightful than Instagram infographics. But it wasn't until I saw my grandfather for the first time in a year after COVID, that I realized the real solution has a lot more to do with relationships than opinions. I want to tell you about my grandfather, who is here today. I love my grandfather, my Jaji, so much. Yet, I disagree with him on just about everything. Doesn't matter the topic. So here I am, a self-proclaimed, proudly opinionated person with this huge contradiction. It turns out I can have a really special relationship where opinions don't interfere. Let me tell you about him. Jaji was one of 12 children and dropped out of Wilmington High School when both of his parents died. At 15, he worked at the dry goods on Market Street. Later in life, he worked at the General Motors on Boxwood Road, where he met my grandmother on the assembly line. He clocked in every day until it shut down permanently. Now, that same location is the Delaware Distribution Center for Amazon, where our generation orders whatever we want in a click on our phones, and it arrives tomorrow. For the record, my grandfather does not online shop, one-time click, or put it in the cart. Jaji doesn't relate with me on my stubborn opinions on news or sports, but that's okay. He's my grandfather, and there's so much more to him than his loyalty to the Washington football team. I disagree with him, and I love him. But that's when I realized this huge contradiction in my own life. I was feeding into the division between people. You see, I didn't afford this exception of judgment, labeling, or argument to anyone else but Jaji. It's obvious that I could prioritize the relationship more than the opinions I didn't agree with, which means I was choosing not to in the rest of my life. I was choosing this anxious, ready position, and I allowed it to become my default setting. I wasn't even considering the relationships I could have had with the people I disagreed with or what I could have learned from them. The reality is we don't and won't know the personal experiences of the people we encounter in life. Mrs. Wagner reminds us that there's so much more to a person than a single story. And she's so right, especially this year. Everyone's experiences, hopes, and fears are valid, and they matter just as much as our own. So, maybe what we do is make space for those stories to be considered before we shut down the possibility of a learning experience. There can be no productive conversation without listening. And so none of these opinions even matter if we aren't talking to each other to fix them together. The bottom line is it's not natural for humans to be so pulled apart. It doesn't feel right. Humans have always been a valuable resource to one another, and that has never and won't ever change. So, after a long, exhausting year of defending my opinions, I have changed my opinion about opinions. Relationships and opinions can coexist, but if we want to put an end to a culture of division, we need to prioritize relationships over opinions. It's not easy, but it's possible. It's possible to open up our minds, enter someone else's space, and view the world through the lens of their personal history. If we believe in that possibility, we can also move toward a future that feels safer. We can make space, room for understanding. Maybe instead of anxiety, we can feel empathy. We can make new relationships without worry, or revisit old relationships and mend them. So, class of 2021, I challenge you to rethink your opinion about opinions and consider the possibility of relationships, even if where you begin is spending a Sunday afternoon watching the Washington football team with your grandfather. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce the Concord Senior Chorale, led by Miss Melanie Marharas, for the singing of the Irish Blessing. This year, Concord is privileged and honored to recognize Concord High School seniors who have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average during their entire high school career. The title of Valedictorian is the highest academic honor that Concord High School can bestow. It is my pleasure to recognize the 2021 senior class valedictorians and their teacher honorees. It is a Concord High School tradition that each valedictorian shares with the audience a person in their lives who has been an inspiration and influenced them along the way. They have written special dedications which can be found in today's program. Our class valedictorians. First, Rahid Ayazi and Mrs. Julia Overly, will you please stand and be recognized? Emma Frampton. Mrs. Danielle Rossi, will you please stand and be recognized? Alexa Harrison. Mr. Mike, will you please stand? Soraya Hawkins. Miss Watkins, will you please stand? Excuse me, Saria. Sorry. Sabina Joswick. Mrs. Jones, will you please stand? Connor Madden, would you please stand? And on behalf of Mr. Ben Scoter, who was previously at a previous engagement, but he would also be here today also to be recognized. So Connor, congratulations. Molly Oldham. Mrs. Pease, will you please stand? Lauren Sue. Mr. Runyon, will you please stand? Mandy Wang and Miss Pynchon, will you please stand? In addition, you will hear from two valedictorian representatives. First will be Diamanat. Please come to the podium.
Although Concord has offered me some of the best experiences of my life, none will beat being able to honor my favorite teacher. From the moment I walked into his class the first day of junior year, I felt at home. I could speak my mind freely and ask questions stretching the bounds of my imagination. He was the first to recognize my curiosity. I fondly remember just this past year when our class discussed the binomial distribution, but I was more curious about the Bernoulli distribution. I asked him about it, and he sent me a message right after class explaining all the concepts. He didn't have to. What I was curious about wasn't even in our curriculum. He answered because he wanted to go the extra step to support my interests. This is exactly how he is for all his students. In fact, he was the only teacher in all 4 years of my time at Concord who held office hours every single week to give students yet another opportunity to ask questions. His motivation to help us succeed extends even outside of the classroom. Earlier this school year, I invited him to a meeting to discuss social relationships at our school and how to best uplift underrepresented students. He was so excited about the prospect of improving the day-to-day life of students at Concord that he even messaged me after the meeting, asking if there was anything he could do on the staff end. He is constantly evolving, trying to find the best way to teach his students, whether that's through a Nearpod or an in-class game of Jeopardy, which is exactly what makes him such a great leader. No matter the scope of our conversations, anything as trivial as funny TikToks to anything as serious as the political state of our country, there has never been a time when I've walked away from him without having learned something new. To me, he is not only an inspiration, but a lifelong friend that I can count on whenever I have a question about Nate Silver's polling methods or the average length of a Metallica song. His never-ending support has made me fall in love with learning and truly made me believe that I can cross even the largest obstacles as long as I believe in myself. Thank you for never giving up on me, and thank you for being the true you, Mr. Peters. At this time, I would like to introduce Alex Mulrooney.
Although I had many dedicated teachers during my time at Concord, I would like to recognize one in particular who served as a source of inspiration for me throughout my high school career. I first met Mr. Walsh as a sophomore in pre-calc and then had him every day in AP Calc as a junior. Mr. Walsh stuck out to me as being especially dedicated to the success of his students, often to the point of waking up at 3 a.m. to grade our homework so that we could get it back the next day and get the feedback that would help us learn. His teaching techniques allowed us to get down the basic concepts of an idea before moving on to more challenging problems that we would have to work out on our own. Of course, Mr. Walsh was always ready to assist us if we got stuck. But this style of instruction stood out to me because there's no better way to truly learn something than to try to figure out how to do it on your own. Personally, Mr. Walsh helped ignite my curiosity for math by encouraging me to ask deeper questions about the topics we were learning. He showed me how the solutions we were finding are applied in real-world problems, which had a large impact on my decision to study electrical engineering at the University of Delaware. So Mr. Walsh, thank you, and will you please accept this award? And now Mr. Mayor will come to the podium.
Members of the Board of Education of the Brandywine School District and guests, I hereby certify that the students assembled before you have successfully completed the requirements for a diploma from the state of Delaware, the Brandywine School District, and Concord High School. The faculty and I present to you the 52nd graduating class of Concord High School, the class of 2021. Would Mr. John Scrobot III, President of the Brandywine School District Board of Education, please come to the podium.
Good afternoon, friends, family, and most importantly, graduates. On behalf of the Brandywine School District Board of Education and the state of Delaware, it is my distinct pleasure and with great pride that I accept this Concord High School class of 2021.
The awarding of diplomas will now commence. To the families here today, we share both your pride and excitement with respect to our students' accomplishments. Again, we ask the audience to please accord this ceremony the prestige and dignity that it truly deserves. Please respect each graduate as they are recognized, and now allow each family to hear their child's name when announced. Thank you. Members of the Board of Education, please join us in recognizing and congratulating our graduates. At this time, we would like to invite Alyssa McKenzie, sister of senior Nairi English, to the stage to receive a certificate of acknowledgement for Nairi, who passed away at the beginning of this school year. We will take a moment of silence to recognize Nairi English, as well as Jared Rogers, who would have also been a member of the class of 2021. Thank you. We now proudly present diplomas to the 2021 graduating class. Our admin team will be supporting this. We will now begin with those students sitting on stage.
Rahid Ayazi. Emma Frampton. Alexa Harrison. Saraya Hawkins. Sabina Joswick. Connor Madden. Dia Minot. Alex Mulrooney. Molly Oldham. Lauren Sue. Mandy Wang. I don't have your card. Where is it? Cameron Smith. Jada Tate. Is that everyone from the stage? Did I get everybody? Okay. William David Henry. Lamont Isan Abel. Joseph Robert Ackroyd. Christina Alexander. Hold on. You're gonna make me go too fast. Joel Isaiah Alvarez. Gabriela Alvarez Dongo. Jordan Anderson. Scott Eastman Andrews. Wanye Malise Arrington. Haley Noel August. Grace Valya Babawal. I have to wait for her mom to get up there. Nathaniel Geza Barat. Samantha Lee Barat. Jonathan Alter Barnett. Maria Isabella Barone. Lance Patrick Baronsky. These are different names. Caleb Beaver. Shamim Begum. Aiden Bell. Zaire Benson. Casey Best. Daniel Joseph Birmingham. Stop. Put that. Frederick Ball. Say it again. Frederick Bolarinwa. Frederick Bolarinwa. Madison Borgini Gamoka. Madison Borgini Gamoka. Madison Borgini Gamoka. Hussein Briggs. Christopher Madison Brown, Jr. Dallin Joseph Brown. Kanaya Marie Brown. Michaela Mikey Brown. Shanae Shantae Brown. Simir Lamar Brown. Simon Brugel. Brianna Marie Bultez. Jordan Cannon. Marie Joyce Carr. Timothy Carr. Gwyneth Aline Castlevera. Noemi Castillo. Jose Manuel Castillo. Castillo? Noemi Castillo. Jordan Christopher Chan. Kevin Chow. Amari Renee Chongashak. Tyler Cipolla. Ethan P. Coffey. Jacqueline Antoinette Collins. Connell. Shannon Connell. Owen Michael Conway. Christopher V. Costanzo. Joseph W. Crawford. Lyric Brianne Curtis. What's your name? What? Amelia D'Antonio. Michael G. Daniels, Jr. Savia Ashanti Daniels Green. Really? Okay. I'm gonna leave those there.
Madison Alyssa Datillo. Hannah Degny. Ethan Noah Dixon. Hassan Rashim Dollard. Michael B. Domchick. Tess Donatello. Braden W. Dowling. Jared Downward. I know. Good job, Derek. Darius Dudu. Victor Dwyer Marsh. Rosalia Independence Eastburn. Okay. Shannon Riley Edelman. Cody James Edwards. Muhammad Alawa. Hannah Ray Andrews. Morgan Chrissa File. Olivia Grace Ferrier. Hold on. Christopher Lawrence Fitzpatrick. Going up. Samuel James Flick. Anaya Jalen Fordham. Hunter Thorne Fort. Logan Scott Fowler. Emily Rose Fulmer. Alexandra Faith Gabrish. Luke Maximilian Gabrish. Michael Vincent Giandonato. Allison Catherine Glading. Nidalia Lisalota Glisby. Zanaya Goodman. Nicholas Francisco Gray. Navaya Isis Gray. Bradley Elizabeth Graybill. Isabella Gregg. J.C. D. Haig. Megan Elizabeth Hale. Isaiah Patrick Hall. Eli Theodore Hevelo. Paige Hickman. Brooke E. Hill. Ayana Jade Hogan. Jamir Holiday. Jacob Nicholas Holland. Blake Edward Hopkins. Mosharraf Hossein. Pharrell Alfred Howie. Jaden Jair Hubbard. Shams Ibrahim. Rashawn Lamar Jackson. I got it. Rakaya Layla Jackson. Takaya Jackson. Trey Anthony Jackson. Abdulaziz Jallo. Sophia Janis. Madalena M. Jester. Aria Elise Jones. Caleb Jeremiah Jones. Kanaya Angel Jones. Tony Raves. Sydney Faith Kaufman. Paul Aaron Kearney. Gulizar Killick. Logan James Killen. Lawrence Leo Kinbiter. Sanasia Kinslow Fontaine.
Marianne Brooke Collard. Tori Morgan Coperna. Ethan David Coomer. Bryce Chase Laffer. Jessica Lamborn. Jacob Alexander LaPearl. Emma Faith Lardere. John Pierre LaRose. Julia Elizabeth Lauser. Alex Robert Lavinson. Madeline Elizabeth Leslie. Evan Benjamin Lewis. Maurice Lewis. Matthew Joseph Lindenhofen. Patrick Anthony Lounsbury. Angel Lydia Love. Abir Mahmood. Gianna Nicole Maldonado. Erica Sarah Mansoray. Evica Mansoray. Ufatula Maksudi. Richard James Martin, Jr. Alexis Marie Matiniak. Salvatore Mazzella. Kylie Grace McClellan. Sean Patrick McCullough. Laura Beth A. McIlvain. Gavin Mark McKinney. Brian K. McKnight. Wendy Nallely Medina Palolero. Cameron Dante Edward Melton. Thomas Miley. Benjamin Miller. Haley Madison Miller. Riley Marie Miller. Bridget Mary Mills. Olivia Michelle Minikowski. Sydney K. Momot. Liam Monaghan. Kiera Danielle Montgomery. Caroline Blue Mooney. Declan Moran. Andrew Giovanni Morgan. Trinity Grace Morse. Miera Nooney. Andrew P. O'Toole. Farhan T. Ohi. Alexander Christopher Orr. Hannah Lynn Osmond. Audrey Rose Otto. Shakaya Outlaw. Adrian Kelson Parker. Ritu Chantankumar Patel. Emily Lauren Pease. Emily Rose Petticone. Claire Peel. John Fander. Emily B. File. Felicia Lynn Pollock. Alexander Powell. Noman Rahman. Mushaira Rahman. I'm so sorry.
Sean Reese Dean. Annabella Christine Reyes. Sarah Seiler Rodunda. Go to the top. John Ritter. Delaney Reardon. Jade Ritter Mack. Nazeth Yariela Romero Chavarria. Ethan Sachs. Stephen Lewis Salerni. Musa Samaki. Christopher Saunders. Katie Loretta Shell. Richard Shem. Kaylin Schiff. Cheyenne Dolores Schott. Connor Seal. Savannah Constance Shahadi. Nima Hassan Shariari. Joshua Matthew Shaw. Anthony J. Scipia. Jacob Daniel Sklodowski. Michael Ver Slotwinski. Candace Elizabeth Smith. Zachary B. Smith. Jordan M. Snyder. Nathaniel W. Solomon. Go up, go up. Siani Sparrow. Chantel Nicole Speakman. Bianca Marissa Stafford. Renee Stafford. Samuel Richard Steptoe. Luke Patrick Stokes. Philip K. Stoyanov. William Richard Streck. Ariel Virginia Strobach. Israt Sultana. Caleb Zergailo. Ariana Ruby Carolyn Tabor Kalionis. Elijah Zaire Taylor. Madeline Nicole Testa. Amari Imani Thomas. Caleb Thomas. Riley Shea Thomas. Owen M. Thompson. Jordan Lenice Tillman. Jessica Aaliyah Towns. Wait at the top. John Michael Tracy. Go ahead up top. Joseph James Tracy. Trinity Carmina Truitt. Go ahead to the top. Miranda Page Van Briggle. Ashley Waltman. Maya Washington. Alexandra Jane Wankowitz. Sydney Lee Wheeler. Samuel Ray Willie. Peyton Anthony Williams. Tasneem Nimat Williams. Abigail Lee Wyndon. Jackson James Willintos. Jacob Christopher Wright. Cameron Lorenz Young. Elliot Joseph Zatwornitsky. And Matthew Zabari.
At this time, I call Cameron Smith to the podium.
Hello, everyone. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to start off with one of my favorite lines I read from my favorite book, Jeremiah 29:11. For the Lord says, for I know the plans I have for you. To be honest, that line got me this year. Plans. What plans? And maybe some of y'all can relate. This year, I found myself kind of lost, with no offers after years dedicated to ball. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. And not really knowing what I was going to do or where to turn. Here I was, going out into the world, and I just felt like I was missing something. I couldn't figure out God's plan for me. I didn't have the answers, and all I was seeing was what I didn't have or what was taken from me. So one day, my mom, she tells me, Cam, you need to pray for wisdom. And I'm like, wisdom? Oh, Mom, where do I get wisdom from? Ain't that something old people have? But I had to think. I had to reconnect with my faith, my family, and what I wanted in my life. I had to stop and think. And turns out, I had picked up a little bit of wisdom along these last 4 years. And chances are, you have too. First, there's the wisdom we all know. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do, but saying it and doing it are different. Hard work is getting up early to get those extra workouts in, or staying up all night to ensure you ace the test on the next day. Hard work is a choice. It's a lifestyle, not just a one-time thing. And results, they take patience. Now, God always honors your hard work, but just because you want something doesn't mean this is your season to receive it. We got to be patient and trust that what we want and what we need are two different things. And God knows the difference, and he teaches us that. So here's the second wisdom we all know is true. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Concord's been our comfort place. Our friends, our teammates, and our teachers who know us. This right here is our last 15 minutes of being a Concord senior, and we're moving out of our comfort zone, and that's a good thing. We got to go to new places. We got to experience new things. We got to put ourselves out there and just try. We might fail, probably will, a lot, but don't take that chance for granted. We have one life to live, and if you aren't living it chasing after who you want to be or who you want to become, what are you doing? Come on, man. So listen, the last wisdom helped me make the decision to go halfway across the country next year. Away from my friends, my family, my city, everything I know. Man, it just sounds crazy saying it. So here it is. The people who love you, your family, your real friends, they don't hold you back. They tell you to go. Don't worry that you'll lose them, because no matter where you go, you take what they have taught you. You'll be successful because you know how to use those lessons. You know what I'm saying? You take them with you. Me, I'm taking my cousin Christian with me. Yeah, I'm taking him with me. So I want y'all to think right now, who are y'all taking with you? So listen, I want to finish that line that I started with off earlier because it's incomplete. And now that our high school career is complete, it's important to you to know. For the Lord says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future." Concord, we are all one step closer to that future God has planned for us. So work hard, step out of your comfort zone, and take this, take them, take today with you. Thank you.
Well, Cam, I don't know what I'm still standing here for. I've known Cam a long time. I've seen him grow into just an outstanding young man. I had him at Tally at 6th grade, and now I get to see what he has become, and I couldn't be happier. Great job, Cam. At this time, I'd like to make a few more recognitions. I'd like to announce and recognize the following folks. Lori McCrae, Concord High School Teacher of the Year. Please stand, Miss McCrae. She's out there in the audience somewhere. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize 3 folks that have certainly contributed a lot to our school community over the years. And I'd ask the 3 of them to stand. Miss Diane Gray, Nurse Menchaca, and Miss Beverly Henderson. Please stand to be recognized. We would be remiss if we did not take the time to thank our facilities and technology teams for their hard work and efforts to help make this commencement possible. Thank you. Thank you very much. Class of 2021 and guests, as we prepare to dismiss the graduates, all others, please remain at your seats until graduates have exited. Graduates, please report directly back to the outside the gates to turn in and pick up any last-minute items. Will the graduates of the class of 2021 please stand? For our alma mater, recorded previously, now that you have received your diplomas, you may move your tassels from right to left, symbolizing that you are now a graduate of Concord High School. Now it is with a great deal of pride that I say to you, congratulations, class dismissed, business handled. Mr. Peters and Ms. Wider help us with our recession. Alma mater. Play the alma mater.